Hey crafty friends, it's Heidi Scott with DIY Dreaming. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday, or if you're watching this on replay, whatever day of the week it might be. On this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the cutest vegetable banner. It's great for summer. And there's a lot of different things that you could do with this idea. So I'm just going to show you a couple. I am making 2 of these banners so that I can put one in each of the blessing boxes that I'm working on right now. So as you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Lynn. Hey, April. Hi, Carmen. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. Feel free to sprinkle all that normal good stuff. I'm just gonna lay down my links and then we'll jump right in and get started. This is really fun. This the stencil I'm gonna be using is a new one. Sorry. There we go. It's a new one from Magnolia Design Company, and oh my word, it's adorable. It's called Vegetable Garden. This is what it looks like, which I've already been playing with mine, so it's starting to look ugly, which is always a really good sign. It means that it's an awesome stencil. So this is part of it. Okay, and then it has, it's going to be hard for you to see this stencil, but this is the outline that says seeds, and then it has like a little package of vegetable garden seeds: lettuce, tomato, onion, and carrot. And then we're also going to be using this mini dots, what is it called? Dots and mini plaid stencil, this part of it. Okay, so let me set these up here just a little bit. And this is just an example. I'm just playing around with this. This is not going to be part of our banner, but I'll probably make this into something. So the project that we're doing starts with some of this canvas fabric in this creamy oatmeal color that you can get anywhere. Mine happened to come from Walmart in the fabric department. It was on a bolt. It was around $6 a yard, and it's just canvas duck fabric in this color. Mine was next to the red and blue ticking, if that helps you locate it. If you can't get it at Walmart, you can get this kind of fabric everywhere. It is kind of stiff, and one thing I love about it is how it frays. So let me just show you an example. I've already got my pieces all ready to go, but when I'm working with this stuff, what I like to do, in case you're new to DIY Dreaming, if you are, by the way, tell me in the comments that you're new so that I can say hello and see your name. I usually like to tear my pieces when I'm working with this rather than cut them. So to do that, I'll just take a little snip and then rip. And then you're going to get all these great strings that you just pull off, and it gives you this great fringe. Oh my gosh. And there's so many things you can do with this. We've made a bazillion different projects. So I'm going to set this aside for now because I have everything all ready to go. So for our banner, let me get my ruler. I'm just using these pieces because this is what I tore up. They are about 7.5 inches wide, and they're a little bit over 12 inches long. You could probably do this with a slightly smaller piece too. And before I stenciled them, I did press them with an iron. I'm going to bring my camera down just a smidge. Okay. Now, if these comments here are in your way, you should be able to swipe them side to side or up and down so that you can see my hands. All right. So like I said, I just ironed these before I got started. We're also going to be using some of this $1 rope from Dollar Tree. You could use jute. I mean, you could use ribbon. You can hang this banner on absolutely whatever you would like to hang it on. Okay, so let's start. I have pretty much made everything ahead of time so that we can actually assemble the banner, which is the fun part. But I'm going to show you all the steps, okay? So the first thing we need to do is stencil the outside of the seed packet, which is adorable. And like I said before, it looks like this right now because I've used it quite a bit already. And I'm just going to lay my stencil down kind of in the center towards the bottom. These are adhesive. They're mesh. They're like a silk screen. They're reusable many, many, many times. When you use them with ink, they get a little bit stained, but that does not affect how they work. This one's a little bit stained because I've already used it 6 times. Okay, so, and I did put some links at the bottom of the page in case you want to look. I put a whole bunch of different vegetables on top of it just so that you would be able to find it. There's a tomato, some corn, a green pepper, a carrot, and I don't know what the other thing is. So for the seed packet, we're just going to use some black ink from Magnolia. And there's a link for the inks down there too. And, excuse me, I'm going to grab a little stir. If you guys don't have these yet, I didn't put a link down there, but you should look at it. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the stars. I use these all the time. So I'm just gonna stir up my black ink and then I'm gonna put a couple blobs on here. Oh my word, the pollen in Atlanta, I'm so sorry, it's terrible. And I've had this tickle in my throat and just sort of an itchy nose all day long. It's awful, but it's beautiful outside. I guess that's the trade-off. Anyways, okay, so I have my blobs of ink on here, and ink is what you want to use when you're working with fabric. Now, this banner won't ever need to go in the washing machine, but if you were making a tea towel, a t-shirt, a pillow, a tote bag, anything like that you will want to wash, you absolutely have to use ink. And when it's dry, then you just heat set it with a hot iron. It's really nice to work with. So I'm just pushing, you can see how easy this is. I'm just pushing this ink through the holes on my stencil. I mean, it's so super easy. And once I get it in all the places, I'm going to resist the urge to keep going over and over and over it, because that is when you get too much of the medium through the holes in the stencil and it starts to kind of look clumpy and sort of like fuzzy. So the less you can go over it when you're working with stencils and ink or chalk paste, the better. So I just picked up the big globs, and this is what it looks like. We're going to take a little peek and see. It looks great. Perfect! Is that not the cutest thing ever, or what? Okay, so before I came live, I laid this stencil down. You know what, let's do the rest of these, as long as I have these all ready to go, so that I can just whip out my next. I'm making 2 of these banners. So normally I would say wash your stencils in between uses, but if you're careful, you can probably get away with not doing that. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of push my stencil down for the second use, and then we'll get some ink. I have 2 more of these to make. So just do it quickly. and I'm just picking up the big globs. That's especially important if you're going to try to use your stencil multiple times without washing it in between. Fabulous! Here's another one. There are so many different things that you could make with this vegetable garden stencil set. It is adorable. We'll make lots of things with it, I'm sure. Okay, let me just push it down before I put the ink on it. Okay. And you can see how quick this comes together. I can't wait for you guys to see the finished pieces. It's so cute. Okay, and I'm going to pick up the extra big globs. Be careful that you don't accidentally go outside the edge of your stencil, because with this black ink on this creamy duck canvas, you'll never get any oopsies out if you do that. Okay, so here's this one. And perfect. Okay, so I'm throwing my stencil face down in a little tub of water off to the side here until I can get it to the sink to spray it out, because I want to keep this stencil in good shape because I have a lot of plans for it. So I just whipped out 3 of these. Where did I put the 3rd one? I don't know where I set it. But anyways. Okay, so this one I made before I came live. So it is dry. And now we're going to add on top of it what the, let me make sure I don't have any ink. We're going to add the next layer on top of it, which let's do carrots. Like I said, there's carrots, onions, tomatoes, and lettuce. And I'll show you the onion because I did it like a purple onion, a purple and green onion. Okay, so I'm taking it off. This is the carrot part. And I'm just gonna lay it on here, and I'll show you how I'm putting it on. I'm laying it so that it's centered, and then the line of the stencil is in the top of that design. That gives you good placement. Okay, and I'm doing the word carrot in black, and then we're doing the carrots orange, and the you know, the greenery on it green. And we're using ink, okay, which you guys, a lot of the inks are back in stock. So if you have been waiting for a while to get some ink, you should hop over there now. I do have a link down here, and grab the colors that you want. There's just a couple that aren't back yet, but there's black and white, and then a bunch of great colors. So grab them, you know, ASAP if you know you're gonna want them. Okay, so I'm gonna do the carrot in black, the word carrot. Just getting a teeny bit. My squeegee. All right. And then I'm going to use one of these little stirs to grab a little bit of this green. This green is like my favorite. It's called Magnolia green, and it is an awesome green color. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of the orange, which I love that too. I'm having one of those spring and summers where I'm loving orange and yellow for some reason. And now I'm just pushing the orange through the holes on the stencil. Easy, easy, easy. excess back, and we'll do the green for the top of the carrots. Okay. And this is what we have. And I'm just going to pull it off. Perfect! I'll hold it up so you guys can see. And I'm throwing my stencil in my tub of water. So look how easy that was. Is this not the most adorable stencil ever? Okay, so I'm going to set this over here and remember that it's wet. Let me just put my caps back on these two colors of ink, and then we'll go on to the next step, which this is where it really gets fun, so stay with me. Hey Debbie. Hi Valerie. Oh my word, thank you guys so much for all those stars. You know, the stars, those really help me with getting more new stencils, you know, just the supplies for crafting. So I so appreciate it when you guys do the stars thing. It's awesome. Okay, you always want to put the lid back on your inks and chalk pastes right away. And I'm checking to make sure I don't have any black on my fingers. And I'm going to flip my little board over here. Get rid of this. And we're going to go on to fun. Okay, so before I came live, I made all the pieces and I want to show them to you. All right, here is, and like I said before, I could have made this smaller, but I just wasn't sure. So I'm planning to fold it over about right here. So this is the onion, and you can see I used sangria ink and then the Magnolia green to make this what I think looks like a purple onion. I love purple onions. Here's my tomato seed packet. Isn't that cute? And it's the Magnolia green here and then the red ink. Here's my carrots that I made. And here's my lettuce. And for the lettuce, I used the Magnolia green, and then I mixed in a little bit of this amethyst orchid. Because you know, a lot of times when you get this kind of lettuce, it has sort of purpley parts to it. I just thought it would look good, so that's what I did. And then also, I made some little strips. These are what are gonna really take the cute factor way up. I just took a big piece of this fabric, this cotton duck. I'll show you, for example. And yeah, it was like this, basically. And I laid my polka dot stencil on the top, and then I used my Magnolia green ink, stenciled it, let it dry, and then I ripped it into pieces. And I did the same thing with these smaller ones using the polka dot stencil and the orange ink. Okay, so we have a combination of things. I won't use all of it on this one banner. Some of it I'll use on the other one. And I'm gonna put these in the blessing boxes. So I haven't talked about that in a little while. I will post later this afternoon a few more details about that. I'm gonna always have different things that I give away going on, because gift giving is like my love language, how I show my appreciation. And I just love crafting when I know I'm gonna be giving it away. It just makes it even better. So I'll hop on later this afternoon and tell you all the details about this particular one. If you're watching this in the future, just know that I'll probably have all kinds of different things happening, different boxes, different blessing boxes, different giveaways all the time. Okay, I'm gonna find the center of my Dollar Tree rope and just put a little crink in it so I know where it is. It's roughly right here. And then I'm getting my low temperature hot glue gun out. Where are my glue sticks? Some glue sticks. And Now we just need to decide, how do we want to lay this out? Actually, let's lay it out first. So I was thinking initially that I would do, these two both have the Magnolia green and the purple in them. So I was gonna do them, I think I'll do them on the outside, and then I'll do the carrot and tomato on the inside. And then I was planning to just do these little green strips in between each one, these little polka dots. And then I want to add in a few little of the orange. So we might do that right at in the very center. This is kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, so let's start with this as our center. You normally want to have an odd number of pieces, but there were only 4 different seed packet things. So I'm going to make this be my 5th piece and put that in the center. All right, let's find our center of our rope again. Okay, it's about right here. So first thing I'm going to do is glue this guy on. This is a SureBonder low temperature mini hot glue gun. It's called a Cool Shot. You can get these at Walmart, at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure you can get them at Michael's and Joann's too. It's not an expensive glue gun. It's a good one to have though, and I talk about it almost every time I go live because I'm just tired of burning myself. I've just decided I'm not going to do that anymore. So I always use this, and honestly, this really does not even hurt when you get it on your fingers. So if you're sick of burning yourself with your glue gun when you're crafting, you're feeling like that's a hazard that you don't want to have anymore, look into getting one of those guns, one of those low temperature hot glue guns. Okay, I'm just trying to decide which pieces do I want to use. And honestly, it really doesn't even matter. They're all roughly the same. That one there. And then I'm just fringing the sides up good. I could trim the long strings, whoops, when I'm all done. Okay, so I'm going to put these right next to this. I'll lift it up as soon as these 3 are glued down. You could do this banner with enough in the fold over, enough that you could slip the rope back and forth, but that just makes it a little bit more difficult, and I don't need to do that. So I'm just gluing it down where it is and eyeballing it, and I think it's going to be awesome. Okay, so here's the center. Isn't that cute? What do you guys think? Okay, here's what I want to know. So tell me in the comments, and then I'm going to tell you some fun stories. How many of you guys grow a vegetable garden or have grown a vegetable garden in the recent past? All right, next I want to know, what is your favorite vegetable to grow? And I kind of need to figure out how far down I want to fold this over. Okay, so I don't have a green thumb. I can't hardly even keep houseplants alive. And it's just not something that I want to learn how to do, I guess. But when I was growing up, tell me in the comments if you have a garden and what you like to grow. What's your favorite vegetable is to grow in your garden. Okay, so when I was growing up, on my mom's side, my grandparents were potato farmers in Idaho. Big surprise, people do actually do that in Idaho. And it was great growing up being able to go to my grandfather's farm all the time. My grandmother, close to their house, she had this huge vegetable garden. I mean, humongous. And she grew everything. But my sister and I, our favorite thing from her garden were the peas. And so every time we went to visit when her garden was, you know, producing, my sister and I would sneak over to the garden and we would just pick the peas and eat them and throw the pods, you know, the outside down, wherever, creating a total mess in her garden. And so my grandma would be like, "Don't you be eating my peas!" And it just became such a fun tradition. So that now my mom, she doesn't garden anymore really because she's getting older, but she always had a vegetable garden too. And her great-grandsons loved to, not my grandsons, but my sister's son's children, loved to get into the peas. And so they would tromp into her garden and take the peas and eat them, and it was just super fun. I have so many good memories of my grandmother's garden and just the whole experience of it and her joking around with us. So if I were to have a garden, which I probably won't because I have enough on my plate, that is what I would definitely grow, is peas. How about you? Tell me in the comments. Let's see. Ooh, I just saw, let's see. Okay, Pamela says that she grows in large pots on her patio. Ooh. Oh, there's a creeper on, you guys. She grows peppers, tomatoes, herbs, and edible flowers. Wow. Okay, so somebody just told me that there's a creeper that is on this post. He's probably sending you guys messages saying, "You're so pretty, I'd love to be friends with you." So if he is, just ignore that, and as soon as I'm done, I'll go delete and ban whoever that person is. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Why do people have to ruin it? Okay, I'm gonna glue one more of these on, and then I'm gonna show you where we are. And I kind of need to sort of measure to have these be roughly the same length. You can see that I'm just putting my rope underneath the flap, and then I'm putting a row of this low temperature hot glue right there. And I could cut this extra part right here off if I wanted, but I don't think it's worth the effort. And here's the start of the banner. Isn't it cute already? Oh my word, there's so many, whoops, I've lost everything. There's so many things that you can do with this idea. Let's keep on working on it until we're finished, and then I'll show you the whole thing. And then later this afternoon, I will also, how did I do this one? Tell you more about the blessing boxes that I have going on and how you can get your name in my hat. And if you're watching this in the future, just know that I do this kind of stuff all the time. So if you missed out on this one, no big deal. There'll be others, lots more, because I love doing them. Okay, let's measure this one. Banners are totally one of my favorite things to make. And here's a tip. Okay, underneath my fireplace, if you have a fireplace, many years ago, I permanently put under there those little white twisty cup hook things. for my stockings, and I left it up there all year long. And now I use those things that are underneath my mantle to hold all these banners that I make. So, but if you don't have a fireplace mantle, you can use these banners over a hutch, over a mirror, over a doorway. There's tons of different things that you could do with them. So I just glued down this one. I'm going to add another little green flag right here. This is going to be so cute. Oh my gosh. I'm going to probably wish that I had decided to keep it. Okay, let's go over to this side and see what we've got going on here. I need another little green flag. You can see, once you get the pieces stenciled, it comes together in no time. And you guys, this banner is adorable, and all in all, it's probably less than half a yard of this cotton duck fabric from Walmart that's around $6 a yard. So it's probably less than $3, plus $1 for the rope from the Dollar Tree. It's a super affordable banner that you could make that's really cute. You can use it all summer long, or until you feel like doing a different summer one, because I make new ones all the time. And then put it away and bring it back out next summer, or you could make it as a gift. And it's just a super affordable little banner to make when you use this fabric, this cotton duck fabric from Walmart. So I totally recommend it. And it comes together so quick. I'm almost done, as a matter of fact. Okay, come back up here. You could add ribbons to this. You could do, you could just do plain strips of this cotton duck. You can make this exact idea using painter's drop cloth or any kind of fabric. Seriously. There's so many things you can do. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like right now. Here's one end of it. And I'll spread everything out so it's, you know, well spaced. But what do you think? Is that cute or what? Wouldn't that look so cute hanging on your fireplace or over a door or over a mirror or something? So I will take pictures of this project. I'll put the pictures in this in the comments here for you guys to see. I'll also put pictures just on DIY Dreaming. I'm gonna go ahead and finish working on the other one so that I have 2 of these to give away in my blessing boxes. And I will be back later today with more scoops about how you can get your name into my blessing, this current blessing box. So just hang on, I'll be right back with you to tell you that. Thank you to everybody who sent stars. I so appreciate that. If you feel like sprinkling, you have friends that have gardens or love this kind of stuff, or just love crafting, feel free to sprinkle this video to your social media. If you would like to, let me know if you have questions. Let me know in the comments here if you need a direct link. Like, for example, and I want to show you something, so don't leave yet. For example, if you needed a direct link to something, like say you knew, what is this one called? I think it's called Honeycomb. You knew that you wanted to just go look right at the honeycomb stencil, which I just got this. just let me know in the comments and I'll grab you a link. It takes me about 2 seconds, and I'll put a direct link in the comments for you for whatever you might want. So I was going to show you this, and then I was going to show you, I just got this. I had it last year and I don't know what happened to it, but it says life is better in flip-flops. Super cute stencil. It's got these seashells, sand dollars, the little flip-flops. And then I also got this one. It's not a new stencil, but it's new to me. And I don't know why I didn't get it last year. I guess I was thinking, you know, it didn't really apply to me because it says aloha and then it has a pineapple. So I was thinking, well, I don't live in Hawaii, so why would I even want this? But you guys, the pineapple is the symbol of hospitality. And we're gonna make a garden flag. I'm gonna show you how to do that this week. In fact, I'll make 2 so that I can put those in the blessing boxes too. We'll make a garden flag with this pineapple. And then there's all these great flowers. And this cute little hang loose, whatever this thing is. So I just wanted to show you those new stencils. I do have one that I'll show you another time that hasn't been released yet, and it has to do with popsicles. Oh my gosh, it is so super cute. So anyways, all this to tell you that if you want a link to a specific stencil or, you know, specific surface or anything like that, just let me know and I'd be glad to grab that for you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked my little vegetable garden banner. I'm going to go hang it on my fireplace and get some pictures. I'll put those here and at DIY Dreaming, and I will see you guys later, probably within the next, if you're watching this live, within the next 30 minutes or so. Okay, see you guys. Thanks for watching.